What's going on, guys? I got Hank out here. Today I want to do a video kind of explaining why Hank is different, okay? Because a lot of it matters what I do, okay? So, wow, very nice. So, one of the main things I kind of want to address is like how I approach talking to any dog, but specifically Hank, and what my mindset is when I am talking to him, right? So, before I say anything, before I ever even go say hi to them, I first have to make sure like I'm ready. Meaning, I'm in a good space emotionally, I'm not upset, I'm not terribly sad, I'm not terribly anxiety, you know what I mean? Like, I am in a good place to talk with my dog. Because the things with dogs is, they know when you're upset, they know when you're sad, when you're mad, when you're frustrated, when you gotta poop, they know it all, okay? If they can't smell it, they can hear it, and they can just notice it. They're experts at watching you. So they know when you're not right. So for me to come in angry because of some other reason and then start talking to him and asking him to do stuff, it's just not fair. So before I do anything with my dogs, I always check myself, okay? Now that myself is checked, now I have my dog out, what's the first thing I'm gonna really look for? Well, that's engagement. Is he looking at me? And that's gonna give me my answer. I have to think, what do I need to do to kick this stuff off, right? Well, he understands his name and he understands a recall, right? So he's kind of just chilling. I'm gonna start there. Hank, come. Good boy. And he was basically downing and waiting for me to call him, you know? That's a good boy. He's not, his biggest issue isn't him like staying places. It's when he's been asleep or something and you're like, hey, Hank, go place. And he's like, do I have to? In those moments, we have to kind of be like, okay, what do I need to do, right? So like, let's say I'm hanging out on the couch, right? And I'm like, hey, Hank, go place, right? Mm-hmm. He doesn't go, okay? Well, what tools do I have to make him go? First, my voice. So first thing I'm gonna say is, hey, go place. That's my verbal correction, okay? Hi, buddy. Yeah, you're good. You're not in trouble. That's a good boy. Yeah, you cool. So first would be a verbal. If he doesn't change behavior, now with me, I say he's like, oh, I messed up. Let me fix myself. But that's only because I've been backing myself up with the e-collar and the leash every time. Okay, so first I do my verbal. If he doesn't like go back to the right thing, then I have to have another way to reach him. He's e-collar trained now, okay? So I hit my button and tell him to go back. Right now, he's running on like a 5, okay? But if we're in a high distraction situation, that's gonna go up. He might be running at a 10, a 15, maybe even a 20. It depends on the dog, okay? But the goal is that you say your command and he does it. At the end, that's what is gonna happen. Whether you have to hit your button 1 time, whether you have to hit it 0 times. The end goal is you told him to go do something and he's gonna go do it, okay? So I'm just gonna get him kind of up, start moving around. We're gonna do a couple things. I'm gonna let you guys know when I hit my button and when I don't, and kind of walk you guys through what I'm thinking when we're doing these. Because a lot of him being really good is I've backed myself up enough times where he's been like, do I have to? And I'm like, yeah, go. He's like, oh, okay, I'll go do it. Now, I'm to the point now where I rarely have to back myself up. That's because he understands with me, he cannot get away with it, okay? And for you guys, it's gonna be really important that you don't just, oh, it's fine. Like, no, it's not fine. He broke the rules. So we have to take our rules very seriously. And I'm gonna walk us through like the place bed and the recalls and all that, and kind of talk about like, okay, well, he did break a rule. My rule is this, because why? And I'm kind of gonna talk you guys through that stuff. So, all right, Hank, let's go. That's a good boy. So, Hank, go place. Rules of the place bed. You have to stay until I release you. I don't care what you do, but you can't sit there and bark and whine, and you definitely can't leave unless I tell you to, okay? So, if he were to come off, which I'm guessing he won't, but if he does, I'm gonna say, go back, right? And if I'm sitting on the couch, I might get up and be like, hey, go, what are you doing, you know? If I'm already standing up, I might just take a little step, but I'm using to help him more, right? Your dogs are always watching for cues. So the easier and clearer you are, for example, if I'm like, hey, go place, versus if I'm like, hey, go place, there's a difference, and it's much more clear. So as you guys are watching the videos and like once you guys get home, be very mindful of how you are projecting what you need. They'll get confused. Mm-hmm. I'm an expert. This is what I do. This is my work. So I'm very clear. At least I try to be as clear as possible. And because I work with him all day, he understands what I mean. He understands my voice. He understands what I'm talking about. For you guys, that's going to be a little bit of an adjustment, but he's going to get it. And he's really good. So as long as you guys are making sure you're communicating yourself effectively, and you're able to, okay, that's a good boy. And you're able to really have like a real conversation with him. Like, he knew I was talking to the camera for that whole period of time. But then I stopped, I made eye contact with him, and in my brain I was like, I'm talking to you. And he was like, oh, what do you need? And I was like, okay, you can get off. Cool. But the more we have these genuine, like, hey, I'm talking with you. Yep. Just conversations and interactions paired on top of each other. He's to the point now, I don't even put a leash on him. Take him out, we go. But he understands my rules. So that's really all I have for you guys today. I really just wanted to kind of go over just some things that we can keep in mind as handlers of our dogs to set them up for the most success. So, okay, come on. That's a good boy. Hank is amazing because he's very, like, you can see his emotions. So, you're a good boy. Hank, what are you doing? You're so good. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Good boy. He's doing a really good job though, guys. And he'll be much different when he comes home for sure. So, I hope you guys see this video. If you have any questions, please.
Wow.
Please feel free.
Wow,
ask.
Hank.
We're gonna kind of keep working this stuff. Sir, hey, what are you doing?
He's like, you can't be mad because it's funny.
You're literally. Hey, what? Hey, what are you doing? He's proud of himself, I guess.
Oh, yeah. He's just enjoying a nice
yeah,
rubbing.
But anyways, guys, I'm gonna close the video out here. See you in the next one.